Good day YouTube. Today we will talk about why Filipino soldiers should not be underestimated. Filipinos are not new in battles and wars. I think the Philippines is one of the countries in Asia with so many documented battles and wars in history. Since the first battle that took off in Mactan against the well-equipped Spaniards to this generation against insurgencies and terrorism, Filipinos are no ordinary warriors. So here are the top 5 reasons why you should not underestimate Filipino soldiers. Number 5. Tested survivalists. Filipino soldiers can survive in any form of terrain conditions except for winter conditions because that never happened in the Philippines. Even with inadequate supplies and equipment, they can manage to survive and stay in their position and finish the mission. If you talk to Filipino veterans, they like to share some of their stories in a jungle and how they managed to survive for many days hunting their enemies. Number 4. Filipino soldiers know how to enjoy their profession. This is really something that makes Filipino soldiers unique. They are just happy soldiers. They know how to raise their morale in their own way. Even they are away from their families, the brotherhood of these men in arms are really strong and they are willing to sacrifice for them. That is the reason why Filipino soldiers have strong fighting spirit during battles and they don't like to back down missions. Number 3. They hate oppressors. Most wars that happened in the Philippines were attributed from the abuses of the oppressors and invaders of the country. When the Americans introduced new helpful systems to help the country improve during the American rule, Filipino soldiers surrendered. Even the famous Filipino generals Miguel Malvar and Simeon Ula surrendered respectively, and that's because there was prosperity among their countrymen. But if the Americans did the opposite at that time, Philippine-American War could have been prolonged and brutal. Number 2. Experience. It is known that Filipino soldiers may lack sophisticated equipment and weapons, but they have experience. Experience that will make them nightmare to their enemies. When international military exercises were held in the Philippines, such as the Balikatan, many of the foreign soldiers admired the Filipino combat and survival tactics, not to mention the Filipino martial arts, etc. And that's because Filipino soldiers were battling different kinds of warfare and enemies in the past, like the elusive Abu Sayyaf, the communists in the thick jungles of the Philippines, and then the urban warfare with the Mauti group. It provides the Filipino soldiers new knowledge and tactics in handling situations. And number 1, bravery. General MacArthur once said, "Give me 10,000 Filipinos and I shall conquer the world." He himself saw the bravery of the Filipinos during World War II and during the Korean War. The most epic battle during the Korean War that made Filipino soldiers known for their bravery is the Battle of Yuldong. After their allies retreated in disarray, the Filipinos, numbering 900, found themselves surrounded on all sides by 40,000 enemy soldiers. Yet they stood their ground and repulsed wave after wave of enemy assaults, which continued well throughout the night. They never gave up their position, they never backed down, and at the end of the battle, 500 enemies killed and only 15 from the Filipino soldiers died. During the Marawi siege, Filipino soldiers are even wounded. They never wanted to leave behind their comrades and their position. It is one distinct trait of the Filipino soldiers that made the powerful countries to not underestimate them, and that is their bravery. This is Jay Gizmo, and thank you very much for watching.